You know, they're gonna girl, if you don't turn it off, they're gonna mute our broadcast. So go on, turn it off before they be talking about you
Good
playing some
morning,
music
y'all.
that
We
don't
talking
belong
about
to you.
knocking on your door this
Yeah, I
morning.
don't own the rights.
Yeah.
She said you don't call anymore, so I got to see what's wrong with you.
He's tired, girl.
Right.
He
don't
don't
want
want you
it.
no more.
Yeah, what? That's the
So guys, this morning we putting a bolo out for those of you who are ready to write your book with us this weekend. What better time is there that we're already sheltered in place? A lot of you have said, I'm gonna write my book back in 1987, 88, 89, 90, 91, 95, 2000. The ball dropped and you said, I'm gonna write my book.
Right.
2015, 2020 is here.
It's here.
So join the weekend watch party multiple times to view it. Even if you're watching this later, you still have an opportunity to come to the group for less than the cost of a couple of movie tickets. bit.ly/weekend watch 20. You can come in and go step by step of what you need to do to be able to write your book. It is simpler than you think. But as with all things, if you don't have a strategy, we tend to mentally overcomplicate things and therefore we don't accomplish them. And it's for such a time like this, the world needs your voice. And the only question is, are you going to do what you need to do in order to get your voice between the cover of a book? And that's legacy, guys. That's how you um, keep things going. That's how you tell your story. And that's what's wrong with us now. That's why they're able to so easily write slavery out of the history books.
Say that,
They
coach.
started to call us immigrants.
Say it, coach. That's
They didn't start to act like we stumble up over here by ourselves. They
right.
don't want to tell the
Right.
story of
we were walking on waves.
Right.
right. And that's what happens when you don't write. And so many of you are up bright and early. Some of you are night owls. Uh, get your book written. You have about 4 chances to write your books this weekend, and you'll be able to see the replays anytime you want. Do you know where it is?
Where is it at?
But you got a phone, so Highway 6.
The one I always go to?
I don't know you've been before, yeah.
So it's not too late, guys, to go ahead and register
But don't throw that thing at me.
slash weekend watch 20. We're getting started this morning
You
at
want to be done and go with?
8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And guys, guess who's going to be there with y'all? Me. I'm going to be there, so you'll be able to ask any questions of this publisher. Questions relating to books, y'all. Don't come with your life questions and need solutions and stuff like that. So show up this morning.
Yeah, but she's gonna have to charge you extra for that.
I'm gonna have to send you to the life coach of the community. That's what I'm gonna do. I know why. Always keep a Bitly in your mouth and a book too. So
All right now.
Amen.
And guys, I can honestly tell you that book writing is addictive. Once you find the formula to write one, you'll end up writing 2 and 3 and 4. I think Jennifer's on number 4.
she's on number 5. I told y'all last night when you walk away from this training that we're gonna show you like all weekend long, you're gonna walk away with more than one idea for a book. Guaranteed. It's impossible not to, unless you're not applying the methodology. That's the only way. But there's no way you're gonna walk away without 1, 2, 3, 4 multiple book ideas for your book project. So get started, guys. Join us this morning. Oh, if you haven't done so already, I don't think we asked y'all to share the broadcast, but you know the routine. Share the broadcast out. It's not too late to sign up. We have 4 shows that we're showing this whole weekend. But guys, y'all know what? I've been waiting all week, because all week we've been talking about author week. We've been honoring those who have written their books, but we've also been empowering those who haven't written yet on how you can get started. And starting with us this whole weekend. We're doing a watch party for those who are ready to watch. But I've been waiting all week long, y'all, to talk to my veteran clients. I mean, I call her veteran client. Maybe I shouldn't say veteran because veteran makes it sound old, right? But Vicki has been with me since day one. She's the reason why J Publishing exists, because I was not publishing other folks' books. I started the company just so that I'll have a safe space to publish all of my books. I've done 6 so far, but I only did it so I can have a safe space for my books. And Miss Vicki was like, I don't want nobody else. I even gave her a list of other publishers to go to, and she was like, nope, it got to be you. And she's been with me since day one. Miss Vic, say hi to the peoples.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm so excited to be here today. Number one, because you're more than just a publisher to me. I think that is like, I don't think you can get that from any other publishing company, is that your publisher is so much more than just that. And so we are, until one of us dies, we just gonna be in each other's lives. That's just it. That's you just know, it. Yep. It just is what it is. And so and when I say you're more than just a publisher, is I really do believe that we have to be connected in order for me to show up and to serve my community, those who were assigned to me. And you helped me to do that through writing. Aww. And what I love, and I'm not going to get emotional too much, I'll cry in a minute, but while I was trying to help educators, you helped me to help myself. Aww. And that's what led to the other books. And it once you start, you can't stop. Yeah. Because you realize that you have so much in you. Absolutely. And that's what your team to me brings to the table, is it helps you to release what you've been holding on to for so long. And if you know that God has assigned you to somebody, you have to release your story. Yeah. And you showing me how to do that, because it's still some moments when I'm like, oh, this is just too much. I can't. But you show me and you walk me through. And I say a lot of times, oh, she is so patient and long suffering.
No, you didn't say long suffering.
Long suffering. Fooling with me. But the end result is always amazing, always amazing. And so, I'm just thankful that you didn't say no. Well, that you did say no, but you changed said no to a yes.
You wouldn't say no for it.
I just started praying, God, please let her do this for me. Please, I know you brought her into my life for a reason, and this is it. And so I would not be where I am as emotionally, to be honest. I'm just going to put it out there. I do believe that God brings people into our lives for a reason. And you have been not just a publisher, but you have been my support in sharing my story and helping others. I could not help others if I couldn't first help myself. And so you have guided me through the process of healing and then releasing what God has healed me from. And so I applaud you, and I thank you for showing up for me so that I could show up for educators.
I love you, Vicki. So, Vicki, how many books are we on? We're on number 4 right now. A book class. So yeah,
it's so many.
And we've been working together since 2015, 16, something around
that. Yes.
But it's not only that you came, but you brought women with you. And that's what really launched J Publishing House. Is when you came, you brought these women. And again, my business is almost Well, it's like 98% referral based, because once you come, then you stay or you bring other people with you.
Right.
And so I love that. I love that community that we have. And I love my clients, one, because they want to do the work. Now, some don't want to do the work, but even if you're not talking about emotional stuff, some people just feel like they can't get past their fear of writing. And that, again, is why you need to invest in training. This watch party this whole weekend is going to show you just how easy it is for you to just really dig deep. What do you know? If you've been married for over 30 days, you got something to talk about. If you've been divorced, I'm not gonna write a marriage book, but I'll write a divorce book. How to divorce the right way, y'all. Y'all stop slashing these men tires. Stop it, because it ain't doing that for him. But y'all can write relationship books. You can write advice books. Everybody love to give advice. Who don't? Just put a post on social media asking someone for their opinion and watch it blow up. Watch it go crazy, because people love to give their advice. So put that valuable information into something that can pay you back. And that's a book. Books are legacy. It pays you back, but it also teaches the next generation, y'all.
It does.
Our little girls, especially us women, our little girls need to know how to navigate through this thing called life.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, I'm super, super excited about this weekend. I love teaching people, women, men, boys, girls, it doesn't matter. If you're gonna sit here and listen to me, I'm gonna show you how to write. I'm gonna show you how to write, not just to heal, but to just write your legacy. I have such a strong force behind telling your own story. And I guess it has a lot to do with how I was brought up. You know, I was brought up saying, be quiet. So now I have this loud voice. Y'all can hear me laugh down the block because I have a loud laugh. I'm just loud, but I'm an introvert. So figure that out. I don't know.
You're introverted, extrovert. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm extrovert when it, but you know, back at the end of the day, you know, I like to be quiet. So guys, so ladies, tell me, anybody going to show up for the right? Look, I'm putting y'all on the spot on live. Don't worry, it's only like a few thousand people watching right now. Y'all coming to this class.
Oh,
So guys, make
definitely.
sure you grab your ticket this morning, because y'all do all that Mimi chatter. Don't tell the people where to go.
Yeah, I need a link.
Go to bit.ly/weekendwatch20 to grab your tickets to this weekend. It's going to be 2 matinees and 2 twilights. I don't know what you call them. But today and tomorrow at 8:30, and then tonight, I don't know, I think at
9:30.
I think 9:30 tonight and tomorrow night for you to write your book. It's so simple once you have the strategy. bit.ly/weekendwatch20. I think it's $29.
$29 for the whole weekend. And
You
you
get access actually until next Thursday. And
Oh.
I'm going to challenge you in the session to write your book by Wednesday of next week, really by Monday or Tuesday. And you know you inside, you ain't going to your job, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So why wouldn't you at least cross something off your
Right.
life to-do list and go ahead and write your book this weekend, bit.ly/weekendwatch. When I did it before, this is the same course you're going to be watching that I've used to help well over 1,000 people write their books. The first time I did the session, I had almost 300 people there, and about 85% of them finished their book in 4 days. The very, very first time I did it, I had a life coaching class called Redefinition.
Oh wow.
And I offered them an opportunity to write the book. I said, I could teach anybody how to write a book. I said, I could teach you how to write a book in a weekend. This was that morning, and they said, Coach, no, you can't. No, you can't. I said, well, you got to pay me. They said, how much? I said, well, how much I want to pay? They said, $39. I said, okay. We're going to reconvene. It was about 40 women. I said, we're going to reconvene in an hour. Just send you $39 to PayPal. We're going to reconvene in an hour, and I'm going to show you how to write your book. 40 women, and 35 or 6 of them wrote their book that weekend.
Wow.
This was on a Saturday morning, and by Monday afternoon, about 35 or 36 of them were done. So I said, okay, I'm gonna teach this class for everybody. And I had almost 200, it was almost 290 people show up for the first class. And out of that 290, by Monday afternoon, about 250 of them had written their books.
Wow.
And then I did the class again. It was almost 300 people again. And then since then, literally every coaching class I have, I do this same module. And all of my coaching clients, they write books, ebooks, lead magnets, courses, workshops. It just teaches you how to get your information out of your head. Because until you get that information out of your head, it's not worth anything. So bit.ly/weekend watch 20, make the investment because having a published book to me is invaluable.
Mm.
Yeah. Indeed.
That part.
That part. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Coach. So who's going to be next? Who's going to be the next round that's going to join us this weekend, starting at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time? So, guys, what types of books? Let's talk about books being your legacy. Books being, what you leave here for your story, and I told y'all, I've been telling y'all like all week, like I do not want my exes telling my story. Nope, they ain't gonna tell it right. I want to tell my own story, right? And so books give me that opportunity. I've pretty much written almost everything in every book that I've written so far. I still have 2 more books that I'm working on, right? But it's my story. It's something that I'm gonna leave behind for my daughter, my daughter's kids, because I only got 1 kid. So, her kids, however many she have, but the legacy keeps going and going, and it pays you back. So let's talk about numbers real quick. Like this weekend, well, Coach just extended it. So I was telling y'all, you can get it. You can have the replays to the watch party for $29 for this weekend. So Thursday, right? But $29 investment. If you sell, let's say 2 books, you can make that investment back. 2 ebooks can make that investment back. But don't stop there. And the thing about this class is really showing you just how much money that you're leaving, not even on a table, because it ain't even out of your head. It's just in your head. So if you're worried about finances, if you're struggling with money, just sit back and really face the truth that it's really up to you to make that money. Don't wait on the government to keep giving y'all the stimulus money. Create your own stimulus check, and books can do that for you. Again, with the right strategy, because I have so many people coming to me wanting me to just sell their books for them. But really, come on, y'all. Right.
Somebody asked for the link in the chat, Jamie.
The link is in the chat.
They said they're asking for it. They said the link's not working for them.
Okay, hold on just a minute, guys.
It's add a 22. It says it's bit.ly/weekend watch 20.
It's also in the description bar, guys, but I'm gonna put it right here in the chat for you. This iPhone with these little bitty numbers and words. I'm like, what? So, ladies on the panel, what you guys got going on this weekend?
Well, I thought she was gonna interview me, y'all. That's why I came this morning. But evidently, when she started introducing Victor, I said, "Wait a minute, that's not me."
No,
I said, "Oh well,
Coach be showing out all the time.
Left out everything this week.
What'd you say, Coach?
I've just been getting left out of everything this week.
Have you really? Oh, she is so not true. So, Coach, listen, I have a program in my head. I was saving the best for last, but we got to let the other ladies talk. See how she
look. Wait a minute, y'all.
Behind the scenes. By the way, guys, this is live recording, and so we can't cut out the bleeps and the blobs and the verbs.
Y'all see their recovery?
You get it all.
You say COVID recovery.
I said, did y'all, well, might as well been a COVID. Y'all see that recovery? I was waiting on you. I was waiting on everybody else to speak, Coach.
I want to give everybody else an opportunity to, put their 2 cents in. They're, because they're here. They showed up. They got all dressed up. They put the
Me
lip
too.
on. You are always here, lady.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Me and you were always.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
Right, dead air in this. All right, so I'll just
Go
come on.
ahead, Kayshawn, because of course I'm not important.
Well, right. So let me just go ahead and first of all, Coach, you've been fussing at me a lot this week. I don't
Because I
understand.
missed you.
Oh, that's what that
We
is.
had our private time. Normally.
We always smoke together in the morning.
Don't tell the people our business.
I mean coffee. We always have coffee in the morning.
Right.
And if you had your coffee time, she would know about your plan, and she would have known you would.
Thank you, Keisha. I got my back. You would have known that you would have been. You would have the second. Actually, I had you.
And let me segue because tonight is Beauty Blitz night. I got all these women hit me up about starting their own virtual beauty supply and starting their own virtual nail salon. Don't miss out, y'all. Go to bit.ly/beautybank2020 to get in on the Beauty Blitz tonight. Because I made a post that's already got like 25 comments saying who wants to start their own virtual beauty supply for only $14.99. Have y'all made that post this morning? Ladies who are here, if you haven't, Rose, Vicky, Kayshawn, Bertha, go make that post right now. They're up. It's Saturday morning. They're looking for stuff to do. And don't put the link out there. Just say, look, I'll DM you the link if you're interested. And people will keep commenting, and the post will take on a life of its own. So I've already invited like 8 or 9 women tonight. But guys, if you're interested in writing your book with us this weekend, what better time to get this type of instruction to really show you how to get out? And this is a life lesson. We don't show you how to write one book. We show you how to write books plural.
Yeah.
So once you get this lesson, it really shows you how to get out of your head a lot of things we don't do because we overcomplicate them before we even start. And if you're trying to write a book and that cursor is sitting there blinking at you, you're going to blink at that cursor and that cursor going to blink at you. You're not supposed to be sitting there blinking and blinking. And before it's over with, you've been there 2 hours and got nail word on the screen. So if you've ever been prophesied that you was going to write a book, people, y'all just come on now, come on. If Bishop don't spoke in your spirit that you was gonna write a book, come on now.
I can't with
Come
you.
on, Latanya said she just registered. Go to bit.ly/weekendwatch20. Don't let that be one of the things that you regret that you didn't get an opportunity to tell your story. Go ahead, Kayshawn. Tell us about telling your story.
Okay.
Kayshawn has a book, don't you? Don't you have a book, Kayshawn?
I have an ebook, and I'm working on another one. And Coach, since you talked about that, I've actually listened to you, and I'm adding the ebook to my website. So as I'm getting ready to get that on there, I'm writing the next one. So it's starting to become easier. Once I got that one out the way and decided not to just give it away for free, I'm like, oh, this is gonna start coming out like hotcakes. But what that did in turn was I've been kind of running all week from this, publishing a book. It's been drawing to me, and it's been very, it's painful for me because I am one of those ones who, for the past 20 years, people have been demanding a book from because of my life, of what they've known that I've been through. And it's always been, we need to hear your story. We need to know your story. And when they see things, So I know I needed to be done. You know, I inquired and spoke to Jamie before. And so to hear it now, especially after I'd done the ebooks, and to know that there is a part of healing in there, it's like, if you can't tell, it's taking everything in me to keep it together. Because I feel God telling me, I've been telling you to write for so long, and writing for me is easy too at that. So I can't run anymore. I have to do this. So
You
you'll
can,
hear from me, Jamie.
all right. Books need coaches too, y'all. So not every story is easy to tell, and sometimes it's just not time for you to write. You just have to have a coach that knows, a book coach or a healing coach or a life coach that knows when it's time for you to write. And then there are other things that you can write in the midst of all of that that's going on. So, you know, I can't tell you.
You think
Yeah,
you're destined to write, you may not ever write that story.
right.
Or you may write it and never publish it.
Never publish it.
That part.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything, what you'll realize as you continue to go through life is that everything ain't everybody's business.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you say that for the cheap seats?
I'm
Women stop telling y'all business.
everything, every move you make, every thought you have is just not everybody's business.
Yeah.
And that's what, to me, discernment comes in. And can y'all stop lying on God? Amen. That's my prayer this morning.
Stop lying on the Most High.
You gotta do something
Stop trying to pump.
that you know is out of line. You want to go tell everybody that the Lord told you.
Mm-mm.
Well, the Lord gives us this thing called free will. Read your Bible. And he will never impress his will upon you. If he
Right.
did, it would be no blasphemy,
Right.
wouldn't be no bigamy, wouldn't be no incest, wouldn't be no adultery. It wouldn't be any of that. Because
Right.
he simply just make our dumb asses act right. But he don't do that.
Right.
He doesn't.
Right.
We have this thing called free will. So while y'all running around saying the Lord told me to do this, the Lord told me to do that,
Mhm.
y'all need to stop lying on Jesus, please.
Well,
You better about girl.
they'll say
Now
God,
you know good and well I ain't told you.
God told them to do it, and then don't do nothing.
You gotta be obedient.
Well, the obedience comes in at number one, leveraging your discernment, but then also number two, doing the things that are hard. You know, I've had people come tell me, well, the Lord told me your coaching program ain't the right place for me.
Really?
But who sent you over here in the first place? So you mean to tell me
wow.
the Lord wrote you and told you, oh girl, Gabriel took them instructions to the wrong person. Gabriel was supposed to take them instructions to the other person, because you know Gabriel is the archangel. That's who delivered the messages. He girl, your message got misdirected. They dropped that message off at the wrong house. Everything is deliberate and thoughtful and for a reason, because that's the type of God he is. He's very deliberate. Now, if you got here and the program was difficult, that's not God saying you in the wrong place.
Right.
That's the program just is harder than you want to do the work. So let's stop lying on God every time something gets difficult. The Lord told me to stop. No, the Lord told you quit giving your information away for free and you'll be broke. The Lord, let me tell y'all, I do believe that the Lord speaks to us. I do. And I also understand that from time to time, he will come to me and tell me to bless somebody out the blue. But he is not telling you to bless everybody for free, because that's in exact opposition to what the Bible says about your talents. When he said he's not a man that or son of man that he should lie. So he's not gonna tell you one thing biblically.
Right.
He didn't come by. He's not a man. He's not gonna do that
Mhm.
flop pancake, two-faced stuff. So at the end of the day, if he's already told you in the parable of the talents that you're supposed to take your talents and put them out into the world,
Mhm.
and they
Yeah.
are supposed to bless you, that your gifts will make room for you. He's not going to come back too often and go back against that. Now, will there be times where he says you need to bless somebody in order to be a blessing? Yes. But he's not going to make you bless the world and not bless yourself at the same time.
Mhm.
That's what when it says you are blessed, that means if you use your skills correctly, you are blessed. And that means once you are blessed, you can be a blessing.
Yes.
Some of
Mhm.
y'all are so busy blessing people because you really are just afraid to charge people. You
That's
have a
right.
negative sense of self-worth. You don't think your product or service is worth money. You think a nonprofit is easier than a for-profit. Either way, it's asking for money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Either
At the end of the day, if y'all could just stop lying on the Lord, that would be great. So yes, the
period.
book writing course starts today, Bertha. The book writing course starts today. You have 4 opportunities this weekend. Don't worry if you don't get in. bit.ly/weekend watch 20.
20.
We're watching it this morning, tomorrow morning, a couple times tonight, and then you'll have access to the information through Thursday of next week. So don't continue to hesitate on the things that God has already told you to do.
Mhm.
Amen. One more thing, Coach, can I add? Jamie, you mentioned about the methodology.
Yes.
And I've taken, one of your challenges before, and you're absolutely correct because as I've learned from you over this time, the one book that I thought I wanted to do, it has now turned into 3 once
Oh,
I've your tips and tricks. So, which I never even thought about that. So I was just amazed at how when you take the coaching, when you learn from the expert to how to do things correctly,
mhm.
and when it's natural and when it's supposed to be, it will flourish. And that one book has now turned into 3.
Oh, great. Ooh, that's good stuff right there. Now, where Coach Danielle go to? Because she's next up on the panel to be interviewed.
Don't be worried about me now.
So, Reverend Dr. Danielle Winningham.
You got you.
See how she be doing the
Yeah.
So guys, this whole week we've been honoring authors. We've been honoring because Thursday, I think Thursday was World Book Day. And so this whole week we wanted to pay homage to those who decided to go out and put their words on paper, create a legacy for their business and for their family, because that's what we do. And I said this before all week too. Let me find my notes. Books, number one, if you are a business, you should have a book. If you're on your way to being a millionaire, or if you're a millionaire, you already have multiple streams of income, and books is one of them, right?
Mhm.
But if you have a business, you should have a book about your business, because I want everybody to know just the growth that J Publishing House has come through, right? So I'm writing that in a book. Oh God, that's book number 3 I gotta write. Let me stop talking, because the longer I talk, the more stuff pile up on my plate of things I gotta do. So, Reverend Dr. Evangelist, missionary, Baptist, Episcopal, Danielle Winningham. So, guys, let me tell y'all how I met Coach. I met Coach literally. So, just about, I have a connection with special people, and there's always this emotional tie to it, right? So when I met Coach Danielle, I had literally just moved here to Atlanta, Georgia. I had been here for about a month before I found out that she was coming. Now I heard her and I watched her Facebook Live a year before. I was literally in a car crying. I was in an abusive relationship at the time. And something that she was talking about, I don't even know how she came on my feed or whatever, but I saw her live and I was stuck there on the live, but I never reached out. Fast forward a year later, I had just left that abusive relationship and I moved to Atlanta. A month later, this lady was having drinks and dollars and drinks here in Atlanta. It was $19, y'all. And when I tell you, I spent my last $19, mind you, I had just moved here to Atlanta. I had nothing but my clothes, my laptop, and my coffee pot, because that's my business. That's my office right there. My coffee pot, my coffee pot, and my laptop. That's my business at that time. That was my business. And then she was coming here, and I had $19, and I had no car, so I spent everything that I had to go and meet her for drinks and dollars and drinks. And man, when I sat down with her and I showed up, the team was there, and everyone who had paid for a ticket didn't show up. So I'm not gonna lie on God. That was God. The Lord, I had her all to myself for 2 hours, y'all. And at the end of that meeting with her, she said, "We family now." And she, she just welcomed me. And at that point of where I was at that point, being abandoned, feeling like I felt like abandoned by my family and my friends at that time. I had just left an abusive relationship. I felt alone, and I didn't know exactly, what was going to happen with this publishing company. I felt like I was too broken to keep it going. And she wouldn't let me quit. And she called me that Monday. That was a Saturday night. And she called me that Monday morning. And she's like, "Baby, what's your website?" At that time when I met her, I had a whole different business name. And 10 minutes, she ripped that thing up so bad. Boy, she gave me a whole business name. It was on a phone conversation. And that month, I brought $20,000 into the business after talking to her. And I was like, "Oh yeah, she the real deal."
Right.
Real deal.
But I never thought, I never imagined that she would be, I just thought she would be my business coach, right? I never thought that she would actually be my client one day. And I never thought that I would be working closely with her. I just didn't think all the things. I'm just so grateful for it, that it grew to that point, because, I think a lot of women in this community, we come with baggage. We come with, sometimes we're the only kid. We come with that need to just be accepted and to feel needed. And I think you get that here in this community, where we actually do give a damn about you. We actually do care. And that is one of the things, like, Coach, I told her, actually, I said this to the Lord when I hung up from that phone conversation, when she ripped my whole business apart and say, "Nope, is you an author or you're a publisher? Which one is it?" So, she changed my business name and all of that. After I hung up from her, I said to the Lord, "God, I'm going to serve the hell out of this lady. I don't care what." I knew that He sent her for me. And
And
that
please you do.
I need
And that's
time.
one thing I can tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you 2 things about Jamie. Number one, she listens. The thing is, Jamie's been in other coaching programs that did not give you real strategy.
Yeah, for real.
You've been places that did not give you real strategy. When you get here, you really should move your feet, because I will move you towards the money. I think we overthink it.
Mm-hmm.
We think it's some grand. Me and Bertha went through this.
Yep.
We think it's some grand light that's gonna come out of the sky, and all of a sudden you're just gonna start walking on water. And I know my purpose is
Right.
what's happening is, if you read The Alchemist,
Woo.
by Paulo Coelho,
Yes.
what really happens is you realize that thing that you've always been,
Yes.
that thing that you've always known, that thing that you've always done is enough.
Yes.
There's nothing else.
Wow.
And once you wrap your mind around, it was that abusive relationship. That's it.
Yeah.
It was that
Yes.
divorce. That's it.
Yeah.
It was the struggle. with that job. That's it.
Mhm.
It is real estate. It is wigs. It is hair. It
Yeah.
is books. It's what is in your hand. But until somebody else touches it,
Woo.
that's what an alchemist is. An alchemist will turn what you have
Mhm.
into something that's a totally different state. If you read in The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, his skill was turning coal to gold.
Yeah.
So he would alter the state. All I do as a coach is alter the state of what you already have.
Ooh,
But God
goodness.
already have you. I
Preaching.
just put it into a state,
Woo.
we'll pay you for it.
I'm about to shout.
That's it.
Okay.
And so we're so
Right.
busy looking
Woo.
for
Yes.
something different, not realizing until you get it.
Mhm.
And that's why the Bible talks about wise counsel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Until you get in front of wise counsel, and wise counsel tells you, girl, he already gave you. See, I don't give my clients anything. God gives you everything.
Mhm.
I give you counsel and strategy on how to take what he gives you and put it out in the world and generate revenue. Now, my clients that listen make money, and the ones that don't make excuses. People will pay you for anything
Mm.
as long as you put it out there consistently.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't make excuses about your inconsistency, because your inconsistency makes inconsistent revenue. Period.
Mm.
I don't care who you are. I make money because over the years I've been consistent. I consistently offer products and services. I don't show up for fun. I don't show up for free. I show up as a business. Walmart doesn't show up for fun or free. They show up as a business. Nordstrom does not show up for fun or free. Target does not show up for fun or free. Sprint, AT&T, IBM, Microsoft, Apple, Google, you name them. They show up as a business every single time. So when we start showing up as businesses, I
Yeah.
don't have to show up here and play with you on this thing for you to spend money with me. I don't. I don't. You either want what I have or you don't.
Mhm.
And if you don't, somebody does. So at the end of the day, whatever it is you have will free you from your job, will free you from your debt, will free you from your financial insecurity, will free you from your lack of self-esteem. But until you're ready to make an investment in getting free, and the investment is not just money. The investment sometimes is fighting those battles so you can be where you need to be when you need to be to get the knowledge. Sometimes it's setting those boundaries with your family to let them know that on this night, I got to be here and this is what I do for me.
That's
Sometimes
right.
it's fighting those financial hurdles that look like they're almost impossible for you to overcome, but they're not. He's not going to give you nothing. He's not going to put you in no battle you can't win
Mhm.
if you fight. But people are so quick to give up. There's probably about 50 people on this broadcast right now that need to write a book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can either be there this morning, bit.ly/weekendwatch20, or you can make excuses and still walk away today and not know how. But in today's day and age, the not knowing how, there's not going to be an excuse at them pearly gates. When he asks you why you didn't write that book, not knowing how is not going to be enough to get you.
Okay.
When he asks you why didn't you launch that business, not knowing how is not going to be enough. When he asked you why didn't you work with the people I assigned you to work with, not knowing how, not being able to afford, none of that is going to be enough.
Yeah.
I don't
Ooh.
know anybody. One of my clients yesterday, Dr. Bernice, was on the Home Shopping Network. And you know what I hate more than anything? And Marvin, that depends on you. See, you baby, you ain't wrote the book yet. Marvin said, how much will it cost to publish the ebook once written? You got to write the book first
First.
because it depends on how many pages, how well it's written. Do you need major editing? Do you need man, it just depends.
Which program you
Mhm.
came through? It depends.
It depends.
Which publisher you go to? It depends. It depends. It's not a quick and dirty answer to that.
No, a watch party is not live. That's where we show you the video. The workshop's already done. It's been thousands of people watch this workshop. You're gonna come in. It's like watching a movie. That's
It's
what
like
it's
watching a
called.
movie.
A
Yeah.
watch party.
Mhm.
Just like watching a movie.
Yeah. And so
But what was I saying? What was I saying? Because I know I'm getting old. What was I saying, Jamie?
I'm getting old too because I got
But just like in The Alchemist, he went all the way around the world in search of what he called his personal legend or what we call your purpose. And guess what? That journey led him right back where he was when he started.
Mhm.
And it was there the whole time. But had he not took the journey, he would have never found what was there the whole time.
Mhm.
And some of you guys won't take this journey. You want to stay at your house, in your job. You want to stay where it's comfortable. I will tell you, there is nothing comfortable about the journey to your next level. It is a bumpy ride at best. Your head gonna hurt. It's difficult. If anybody lies to you and tell you it's not, they are lying.
They are lying.
There are things you can do to make it easier and less stressful, but the journey still is what it is. And you have to make a decision every day. Will I take this trip? Will I take this trip? And a lot of people don't.
But Coach,
What's so unfortunate to me is that a lot of people just won't take the trip. Go ahead, Jamie.
let's talk about your library that you have built for yourself, because not you have more. I lost count of how many books that you have written, but you write a lot of all of, like, you teach something, you write a book about it, and then you build this digital library. You have thousands of digital products, but that comes with over the years. But had you not started when you did start writing your book, tell the people your journey to writing, Coach. Now, you told me you've been writing since you were a little girl.
I did. My mom bought me a typewriter when I was 7.
Oh, wow.
I think that typewriter cost $5. Let's talk about what $5 was then.
Woo! Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about what at a yard sale that typewriter cost $5.
Wow.
$5 back then was probably what my mama made. Let me see, 1977. $5 might have been equivalent to $500 today.
Yeah.
And boy, I cried and cried and cried and cried. I wanted that typewriter so bad. And my mama, we went home and she said she couldn't afford to get it. I don't know what my mama did. I don't know what she did.
Oh, Jesus.
She went back and got the typewriter.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry, Coach. People call me Oprah. I be making everybody cry. But Coach, so I'll tell you what Coach has shared with me, which makes this story. Again, this is why I love what I do. Coach really instilled in me. She, because I was getting ready to quit when I met her. I didn't want to start from Vicky. Vicky forced me into this business. But Vicky forced me in. Coach wouldn't let me quit because I knew there was something inside of me. I did the work to heal, and it was from writing. And I know that is different from what you hear from publishers. I'm a publisher, but I'm a healer. And trying to wrap that up in a sellable package, man, I was like, forget it. People don't want to heal. But Coach sat in that first night I met her, she sat next to me. She was like, "Girl, you know how many women in corporate America need you because they're going to work every single day and they're hurting, but they don't know where to put that hurt." She is the one that said, "People do need you out here, Jamie. Let me help you." And she helped me package it in such a way that when I first met her, I was a self-publisher, and now I'm a full-service publishing company. And that's because she believed in me when I couldn't believe in me. You see, I just got out of a relationship, so my self-esteem was like shit, right? But not only that, what I didn't know in return, because we needed each other. And so, you know, Coach has been able to even heal herself through writing and working and just laughing and being together and just having someone like she has the same birthday as my oldest sister. She has, you know, the same spirit. And so I can connect with her in a way that I'm comfortable with sharing some things that are not publicly available right now. It ain't none of y'all business, but I'm able to go. She has created a soft fall for me, and I have created a soft fall for my clients. And so that's what this community is really knowing, you know, because I came here thinking that I can't trust anybody. But I'm in a community where I can trust all the women here. And I thank Coach. I thank you for being, you know, that pusher for me. You know, my clients say I push them, but that's because I have a great coach behind me pushing me. And, you know, I just wanted to say that, you know, not just to Vicky for starting me and for Coach for keeping me going. You know, I am who I am because I have amazing, anointed women of the Most High in my corner. And that's what I've always wanted. And that's what I feel. So I thank you, ladies, for just being, not being different, just being who you are. Thank you. That's all I want to say. So guys, you know, this wasn't even supposed to be an emotional.
I know.
You know, when I think about, and that's what I was trying to say last night. When I think about all the women that sacrificed so much for me to be here,
Yeah.
how dare I not do this? How dare you not do this?
Yeah.
I was telling them last night about if my grandmother wanted extra, she only had 4 choices: clean for somebody, cook for somebody, wash for somebody, or keep somebody badass kids. Those were her 4 choices to provide for her family.
Wow.
There were very few jobs that you could get as an African American woman. You couldn't go to no office building and work. You couldn't go to be a switchboard operator. It was very few jobs you could get.
Yeah.
And the mass majority of them were domestic. So for us to have as much opportunity as we have right now and freaking squander it, I'm zero tolerance. I'm zero, so I don't care what's going on with you. I know life is a lot, but guess what? Everybody's living it.
Yeah.
Life is the great equalizer because I don't give a damn how much money you have. People around you gonna pass. Your children gonna act a fool. Your man gonna be crazy from time to time. Money don't change any of that.
None of it. That's the truth.
Not an iota. From your children to your man to the people around you passing away, there's just some things that we are all gonna be human in.
Yeah.
Right.
But you still gotta find a way to get your purpose lived out. And stop making excuses about why you're not doing what you should be doing. And I want to talk about when I first had an idea to write a book, the twins were newborns. And that was in 1997. In 1997, you couldn't hire a Jamie to publish your books. You had to go to a publisher, Simon Schuster or McCall's or all these big name places. You had to get one of them to sign a contract with you. To write, there was no amount of money you could pay to just get your book published. And they did that to restrict the literary presence of anybody that was not of the majority.
Yes. Say it, Coach. That's
you
the truth.
couldn't publish an idea, a strategy, a thought process unless it was approved by the powers that be. So even though we were a democracy, in a lot of ways, we still behave as a communist society because anytime you limit the voices of the masses,
come on,
communism.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
Yep.
So in 1997, you couldn't just up
Mhm.
and publish a book. It was a lot of work to, but then maybe it wasn't my time. So when we got to 2011, that's when self-publishing first started really being born. What year did you write your book, Jamie?
Oh, the year that I published was like 2000. I want to say 2013, 2000.
Okay. So right around that time, self-publishing was brand new.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so this was the first time that you were able to just say, I'm going to write a book and find somebody to help you get it published.
Mhm.
So for those of you who refuse to write your books, just shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame, because it wasn't always an option.
Mhm.
It really wasn't.
And Common has that commercial that talks about how we have more technology today available in the palm of our hand than
Mhm.
whole universities had, whole banks had 20 years ago. What will you do with it?
True story. Yeah.
And for the mass majority of people, the technology has just made them lazier. And that is so, it's just so unfortunate. So I never forget where I came from. Trust me, when you tell me, but coach, is hard, it's not like I don't understand, but I understand what's even harder, that you not pushing forward to get what you need, is looking back and regret, wishing you would have pushed a little harder, wishing you'd have done a little more, wishing you would have asked a couple more questions, wishing you would have moved a little faster, wishing you'd have opened your eyes a little sooner. It's nothing
Mhm.
worse than the way to regret. Absolutely nothing.
Ooh.
Absolutely nothing. To look back at your life and your life be just shoulda, wouldas, and couldas.
Woo. Yes.
It's nothing worse than that.
Agreed.
That's the truth.
So if you've got an inkling to write a book, show up this morning. bit.ly/weekendwatch20. Stop making excuses.
Mhm.
Stop coming up with reasons. Put them kids in front of that TV and with a box of cereal and a gallon of milk and some time down and let them do what they gonna do while you write your book.
Better yet, put 'em
Put
right
them on a pallet on the floor.
and let them write
Pallet is.
I'm gonna say this too, because a lot of us are sitting around waiting on things to get easier.
Mm.
They're not.
I
Right.
remember the first time I watched The Passion of the Christ.
I
Oh,
just
Lord.
watched it last weekend.
I laid in the floor and cried about how they did my Jesus.
I couldn't watch.
It's one of my favorites.
I couldn't watch it but once.
I watched it one time.
I watched it.
I'll never watch it again. I
I
cried.
felt every
I
whip.
remember my head hurting.
Yeah.
I cried so hard. I remember my side hurting. I cried so hard.
Woo.
I made a vow that day that I would never again complain
It's my
Mm.
how hard my life is if the Son of God, come on,
Mm.
yeah,
yes.
had to carry a cross like that.
For me.
I said, Lord, I never complain again. And if anybody hangs around me, you never hear me complaining.
Mm-hmm.
You do not. I said, let's get up, let's get it. You never hear me complaining, because if they can treat Jesus like that, come on now, who am I? So that's why people don't surprise me. People talking about me don't bother me. It's some of the stuff that y'all go through mentally. I'm quick to reposition and say, man, if they did Jesus like that, come on now. And I remember my grandmother used to tell me that, but it didn't sit with me. It didn't register. Because, you know, my grandmother said, well, you know, they talked about Jesus Christ and Jesus must have had no feelings like I did. Jesus was hurt. Jesus was hurt. Them folk did him like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he knew it had to happen. And some of the pain that you're going through, It has to happen for you not to get comfortable again.
Mm.
It has to happen for you not to stay in that same spot again, for you to stop giving the same people chances that the Lord is trying to take out your life. And here you are running them down. It has to happen.
Yes.
Not to take things for granted again. It has to happen in order for you to stay woke enough to fight against the current, because that's what you're doing. Whenever you go off the beaten path, you're swimming upstream. Everybody else is swimming downstream. They
Yeah.
following folks to a job. They don't write their books.
Yeah.
They buy a car when everybody else buy a car. They buy a house when everybody else buy a car. For you to do something different, you literally have to be like a salmon and swim upstream.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the truth be told, though, my clients were on the other side, outside of my comfort zone. God had already
Everything you want is outside your comfort zone.
outside of the comfort
Your
zone.
new house is outside of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Success
Right.
in your business is out. If you comfortable with something wrong, there's a
Something
book, I think it's by the man that wrote Good to Great. He says that good
Mm-hmm.
is the enemy of great.
Mhm.
Because when things are just good, you're not seeking great. When you're living good, you're too comfortable. You're not looking to live great.
Mm.
Most of you guys, and we're going to show you so many things this morning, so many ways for you to write books you never even thought about writing. A lot of what we go through is us being a prisoner
Mm.
of our own minds, or being in prisons we built for ourselves, or that other people comments have built for us.
Mm.
Think about that.
Every time somebody say something negative about you, you sticking a stick in the ground. And before you know it, all those sticks form a box around you.
Mm.
And now you can't get out to go where you're going because you're in the prison of negativity, either built by what you said about yourself. Because wait a minute now. Some of y'all talk so bad about yourself now.
Yes. Woo.
I see y'all spinning around in a fight, wondering who fighting this, you fighting you.
Right yourself.
I'm trying to jump in and see who done jumped on you, girl. You done jumped on yourself. One of them fight like Charlie Brown, just dust going everywhere. I can't even see who in there. You over beating yourself up. So by the time we get through beating ourselves up,
That's the
we
truth.
want to always talk about our haters, girl. If you stop hating on yourself,
Woo. That's the truth.
That's the truth.
if you would give yourself a chance,
Mm.
That is so true, guys.
just being honest. You want to write your book, guys? You have 4 opportunities this weekend. We start this morning in about 15 minutes. bit.ly/weekendwatch20. We'll have another showing tonight. We'll have another showing tomorrow morning at 8:30, another showing tomorrow at 9. In the meantime, the replays will still be available in those groups. So you can go back and rewind and fast forward and watch at any time. Only $29, less than the cost of a couple movie tickets. They say they finna open the movie theaters down there in Georgia.
That's what they did yesterday.
Who going?
Listen.
Whoever is in there, I need to sign and be outside the movie theater with my mask on, talking about if you go in there, use a food. I'm not even gonna roll my windows down. I'm gonna just paste the signs on my car right.
Listen, I already told the state of Georgia, my house is still quarantined. Do not knock on my door unless you bringing me Hennessy.
As for me and mine, we're gonna stay quarantined too. They opening up gyms,
Yep.
Yeah.
Barber.
barber supplies, beauty salons.
Look, Coach, if they want to go out, this is what I'm gonna put out on my windows when I ride by. Put me in your will.
Bro, stupid.
Or I might put on the other side ventilators for sale, half price.
My gosh. That is too funny.
And then if they really, where my other sign that said hashtag stay your ass home.
Right. Ooh, Lord.
They can have it, baby. So, guys, if you've been looking for an opportunity to write your book, join us this morning. Go to the page bit.ly/weekendwatch20. We're gonna get out of here. where we can go ahead and get you started. But guys, you have an unprecedented opportunity to add your written works to the literary works of the world. Who knows what books they're gonna find, 100 years from now, 200 years from now, that tell the story of how we live now. And
Yeah.
just having an opportunity for your books to be one of those digitally archived, forever available books, to me, that's amazing. Don't miss out on that opportunity.
Hey, Coach, I wasn't going to be satisfied until, and I don't know, you may not even remember this, but when I started, I guess this entrepreneurial journey, I knew right off, and I guess it's because I'm an educator, I knew that I needed somebody to show me what to do and how to do. I didn't even know it was a business class at the time, but I went back and I got my notes. You were the very first person that I ever paid, I would say, to tell me how to do anything. And it was how to write a winning ebook or something like that. And it was May 31st in 2016. And it was in June of 2016 that I decided I could really do this thing. And I just had to get out my notebook, because I have all type of journals. But when I tell you guys, I'm looking through this, you went step by step. You're talking about eliminating the excuses. Your training completely eliminated step by step. I have about 30 ebook topics.
Wow.
That was step one. Pages after pages. After all of this is your class. All of this.
Vicky, tell them
amazing.
I think sometimes when I tell people stuff, they think I'm lying to kick it. How many people was in there, Vicky?
Woo! That particular class, I think, was the one that was over 300. And the first thing that you said was $107 billion are made from ebooks. What are you waiting on? You are the solution to somebody's problem. Ebooks are written to solve a problem. That was the very first thing that you said out of your mouth. I wrote it down.
Wow.
And that was in May of 2016.
Patricia said, yep, over 300 people. And do y'all remember when we had the follow-up session, how many people said their books were done?
Yes. It's amazing.
Strategy is something that you just can't even, you can't even argue about. Sometimes you just don't do it because you don't know. And when you know better, you do better. D. Morris said, I was in there. Patricia said, I was in there. Patricia said, I had about 25 titles by the time Coach broke it down. And that's why I write so many.
That's it.
And that's how I show you how not to write one book, but how to write multiple books. If you don't have the link to join this morning, bit.ly/weekendwatch20. Thank you, Vicky, for that.
Yes.
So wait a minute now, because I'm going to go on and clown you.
No, you set yourself up.
The Lord sent you to the right coach the first time. Y'all be so hard-headed.
No, I had to, God had made my cricket play straight, but I just had to veer off.
Yeah. Because what other people say sounds better than what I say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to kick it.
Ooh.
It's going to look like work. It's going to smell like work, and it's going to sound like work. And then when you go to them other people, they going to give you all this jackrabbit foolishness about how easy and it's worth it. But it still work.
It still work. It still work. And this is why, and Jamie has said it, this community is so important, because even though, I'm a pretty smart girl, but you went through all of this. But what I love about it, even till today, and even after this, you don't leave us hanging, because you can have all the information that you need to do a thing. But if this right here hadn't changed. And what you do is you continue to help us with this right here. See, I knew that my heart had changed,
I was a life
but
coach.
my mind was still changing. And so that's why I'm glad that I'm in this space right now with you, because you not just give us strategy, but you also help with the mindset, because we have to keep renewing our minds daily so that we can execute and we can implement these things. And so that's what you bring to the table. And just the fact that you want it, I think, more so than we want it sometimes. I'm like, oh, this lady is for real.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it's amazing that you want it so bad for us.
Vicky, it's one of those things where if I know I can do it and change my life, and I've been like this since the playground. I've always been an advocate for the underdog. I've always been that person that says, why can't we all just play together? Why can't we all just have fun? If I learn how to do it, why can't I just show you so you can do it too? I've always understood that your happiness has nothing to do with mine. Your success has nothing to do with mine. And why can't just all be successful?
That's it.
And even from the playground, why we got to worry about what she got on, how she smell, or how we all smell like pennies out here. I said, I'll just smell like copper money, So why we gotta worry about what is that?
Yeah,
guys. So listen, thank y'all for having me this morning, letting me host with y'all this morning. I'll be here again tonight and tomorrow morning and tomorrow night to close it out for the Author Week. Thank you so much. I want to run on over now and talk to those and start the watch party for those who are going to show up and ready to write their books, guys. Write Your Winning ebook. It's going to start in about 5 to 8 minutes.
If you don't have your link, if you just bought your ticket, give it a couple minutes. But if you still don't have it, send me a message on Messenger so we can make sure that we get you.
Correction. Send me, Jamie Hopkins, a message on Messenger. Okay, don't be in Coach inbox. Coach, stop doing that. Send Jamie Hopkins a message on Messenger. For those of you who signed up this morning, if you haven't gotten your link yet, or if you haven't joined the Facebook group, inbox me and we'll get you in. Give us about 5 to 10 minutes to get set up, and we're going to get started here in just a few minutes, guys. Ladies, thank you again for allowing me to brace your is that a word? I don't know. Anyway, it's allowing me to come here this morning.
Thank you for interviewing me, Jamie. Thank you for having me.
Coach, me and Coach, we had a date this weekend anyway, so
I can't wait. I'm rubbing my feet together. I'm so excited.
We got a date this weekend anyway, so we gonna get together. And so guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in the watch party for those who are coming, and for those. Oh gosh, listen. Before we go, we gotta tell you everything that's going on today, because today is a busy day. So 8:30 a.m. we have the watch party. 9:30 a.m. we have a free masterclass for social media. What's that link, Coach? I don't know.
BIT.ly/7 days show up.
Okay, 7 days show up. That's for the free masterclass on social media. Learn how to do your own website. Yo, this is gonna be lit. This class this morning is 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then we have the Beauty Blitz that's coming up today. If you want to own your own beauty supply store, your own nail shop, all of that, we have that coming up tonight. I think that's 8 p.m. Central Standard.
8 p.m. Central Standard Time, bit.ly/beautybank2020.
And then after that, guys, we're having a second premiere private viewing of Write Your Winning ebook. That's going to be, again, go to Weekend Watch 20, bit.ly/Weekend Watch 20 for that. So if you've already signed up, you're also going to have that matinee tonight too. So guys, busy day. And did I miss anything? So we have
no, but they should have email reminders.
Yes,
we're gonna get live stream reminders. We're gonna do our best to not leave anybody behind, but they need to make sure they stay tuned.
guys,
thank you, Jamie.
Thank you guys and see you guys later. Have an amazing day,
everybody.
guys.
See you all tomorrow.